that bugged me throughout the whole thing. I was like, get the freaking sucker out of your mouth, you're a grown man. Hi everyone, welcome. If it's your first time, my name is Talia Adole and this is DISBYDEM. I'm going to be talking about Yu Hakusho, which is a live action adaptation of the manga series from 1990 to 1994, streaming on Netflix, kind of like a mini series adaptation. So like and subscribe and let's just get on into it. So yeah, like I said, the series is a live action adaptation of the 1990 to 1994 manga series of the same name, which was created by Yoshiro Togashi, I believe. Yes, I think that's who it was. I never watched the manga series back then, and I tried to watch it after because I liked this live action adaptation so much that I went back to watch it. But the animation style was so old, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a casual thing for me. And I think there's over 110 episodes or 112 episodes, I believe. Something like that. So it's a lot. It's kind of like a One Piece thing where you just kind of take it bit by bit until you finish. But we're going to be talking about the live action adaptation by Netflix. And I'm just going to be highlighting my favorite characters in this and some other things that I actually enjoyed in this. So obviously we're starting with Yusuke Urameshi, and oh my god, he was giving me Unk back. He was giving me the vibes of the guy who played Unk back. And I don't know what it was, but I really, really liked it. Like, you see Yusuke and you're like, oh, tough guy coming. Oh my god, he's gonna beat somebody up. But you still feel and root for him. That's just the vibe that he was giving me. And his uniform, I realized that his uniform was cut different from everybody else's. And I was like, okay, that's a rebel. That's a rebel walking. And then we see Botan. Botan at first, I was like, oh, you're too much, girl. But she kind of grew on me by episode 5. I was like, where's Botan? I want to see Botan. I like the girl who played her. And I like the way she went with the character. It was really cool. And like I said, I didn't watch the original, so I don't have any reference point for this review, but I'm basing my reference based on what I was seeing in the Netflix adaptation. I really, really like Botan. She was so peppy, so cool. The way she was rooting for Yusuke all the time, worried about Yusuke, loved it. Then we see Koema, and I was wondering about the soccer because I'm like, why is a godlike character? Why does he have a soccer? And then I saw people's adaptation and he was like a baby. So I'm guessing he's the junior. So, and that's why his name is Koema. I think senior is Enma and he's Koema. So I guess he's still a baby, technically. I mean, if you guys know more about it, if you've watched the original and there's more to the story, please let me know because that bugged me throughout the whole thing. I was like, get the freaking sucker out of your mouth, you're a grown man. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It's like, get it out. Get it out. But I like him. I actually did like him. I thought that he was entertaining. There were a lot of questions I had. I was like, if you're the being, if you're all powerful and everything, why are you letting a human fight your battles? But if he didn't, we wouldn't have a series and there would be nothing for me to talk about. So we're just going to move on from him. Now we see Keiko. And I like Keiko. I knew that she had a huge role to play. There's always that one person who will motivate the main guy and get him to where he needed to be. Plus, she was cute. Honestly, I liked her. I liked that she was almost like the opposite and the only one who truly, really believed in Yusuke and was always by his side regardless of what happened. That was fun. And then we see Kuwabara, who I honestly fell in love with from the beginning. I was like, yeah, tough guy. Because he was tenacious. Even in that first fight with Yusuke, he would not give up. Now, that is the kind of person, I don't care if he's bad. That is what I like to see. He's like, no, I want to beat you. This is my plan. Let's do it. Loved Kobara. I think he was my favorite character in the entire thing, if I'm being serious. Like I said, they did it in kind of like a mini series style. So we only get 5 episodes. So a lot of things feel rushed, and a lot of things you can see like there's a lot of gaping plot holes. But because I knew that they were condensing over 100 episodes into 5, I was like, I'm fine with it. Let's just go with it. I'm okay with it. Let's just do it. And I swear to God, that's how I was like watching the whole thing. It's just like, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, what can I do? Am I gonna knock my head against the wall? It is what it is. If I'm that curious, I can go watch the original series, and that was kind of like the mindset that I went into it with. We also get to see Kurama, and Kurama was cool. I liked his whole cool, gentle, chilled attitude and atmosphere. And he was the first person that made me realize that, okay, not all yokais are bad, because he's like, yeah, I'll give it back. I just need to use it for this one thing. And then when we see his true form, I was like, yes, you ditch the red. Just walk in the white, man. Do it. There was one point where all of them were standing, and honestly they looked like Power Rangers, because there was a green, red, blue, and black, and then the red became the white. I was like, yeah, Power Ranger energy. Power Ranger energy. I was really loving it, honestly. I don't know what it is. I really do enjoy manga series, but I don't have enough time to watch as much as I would like. So I think little snippets like this, little ones that come up like this, that they can give us a taste of what we're missing, I really appreciate. And so that was what was going on for me, because I watched this in one sitting, 5 episodes. I've done 30 episodes in one sitting before, so 5 episodes was a cakewalk for me, And the last 2 people that I wanted to highlight were Hiei and Yukina. Hiei was a little intense. For a bite-sized person, he packed a lot of intensity. My goodness. He was very very impressive though. But there's not much. He doesn't really give you much. He's just intensity walking. And then Yukina as well didn't really talk much, but you kind of fall in love with her, because the first scene that you see of her, she's trapped and she's caged. So you already know that you're gonna want to root for her to escape, obviously, and everything. So I like her. I'm really, really curious about the manga series, and I really think that I might watch it. I'll try and watch it as quickly as I can, just so that I can get a lot more reference, I think, because I know that I was missing a lot between episode to episode, especially even when they went to train, with Genkai. And I was like, okay, I get what you guys are going for, but this episode was not enough for us to feel the emotion between Genkai, Yusuke, and Kobara. I just wish that they could have done, even if it was a 3-part series, I felt like that would have helped more with the rushed side of it. But again, I wasn't mad at it. So the things that I wanted to highlight were like the visuals. The visuals were really good for this. I mean, as good as the visual effects could get them. The visual effects, you could tell, that, oh, this is visual effects. But I think the visuals of the story, especially when they went to see Koenma, that whole spirit world, that was really nice. I liked seeing that. It was like, whoa, so pretty. The stunts, fan-freaking-tastic. They nailed it for the stunts in this. The fight scenes, perfection. I don't think that they could have given us anything more than they did. I thought that they did a very, very good job with the fight scenes, the stunts, and the choreography. The sequences, the way it all went through. Like I said, if you take out the fact that it was a little rushed and there were a lot of gaping plot holes, it still kind of flowed nicely. It's like you meet the hero, he dies and becomes the spirit detective, and now he has to save the world, and it just flows like that. So I really liked it. Toguro was hella impressive. His fighting style was very impressive, and I wanted to see him at 100%. We did see it, so obviously I was very impressed with that. The only thing that really bugged me, if I'm being honest, is the fact that they made him a spirit detective, but they left him human. I feel like his wounds heal a lot faster than just normal people, but as a spirit detective fighting yokai, yokais differ. Like they were the ones that you could defeat easily, and then there were people like Toguro. I feel like if you're gonna be fighting yokai like that, you should not be bleeding like a human being. Do you understand what I'm saying? This guy was taking beating after beating. I guess his body was fortified in some way, because there's no way he was being slammed into walls, trees, and everything without things breaking, right? But I think the healing could have been sped up a little more, kind of like a vampire style. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That's all I was thinking. I was like, I feel like Koema could have done a little bit better, you know, by Yusuke when it came to healing and, you know, body damage and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. If you're interested, give it a watch. It's quick, fun entertainment. You watch it, you're done. Hopefully, I don't know if they're planning to do a sequel or if they're planning to do anything more. I feel like Toguro was like the main bad guy. Might have been the main bad guy in the manga. Again, I don't know. But if they do, I will be here to watch it because I really, really enjoyed this. So yeah, if you want to check it out, it's streaming on Netflix. You can watch it anytime. Pretty sure it'll be there for as long as Netflix is functional. And I definitely recommend it 100%. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!